I've traveled all the way over to Oregon to meet up with the guys at Breen Marine. We've got 48 hours to see what this area's got to offer the kayak fishermen. Let's go check it out.
Florence is a small town about an hour away from Eugene, centered right on the coast, on the Oregon coast, right on Highway 101, and it's about 8,000 people in Florence. It's a really neat town, a lot of nice people here, a lot of fishing going on here. We just brought in kayaks this year and it's been insane. We have so many different waterways here in Florence. We have rivers, we have the ocean, we have lakes galore, all kinds here in Florence, Oregon, right on the middle of the Oregon coast, dead center, right on the water line.
So we're here in Florence, Oregon today. We've got some Feelfree and Seastream kayaks loaded up on Sam Schrag's boat. We're gonna go offshore, head up towards Hasita Head, try to get some nice footage, and see if we can't find some salmon to play with.
I'm Sam Schrag with Federated Sport Fishing as well as Federated Seafood, and I'm a local commercial fisherman and sport fishing guide. I was contacted from Bobby at Breen Marine to help out with a special project for Feelfree Kayaks and getting some of the kayaks offshore to get some footage of fishing, get some action here in the Pacific Northwest of our beautiful coastline and scenery, and see what we could get accomplished today.
We're in a location, the most beautiful location in the entire planet, on the entire planet Earth right now, and you can't even see it. We are in the Pacific Ocean right now. We're like a mile from Hasita Head Lighthouse, which is like the most photographed place on the entire West Coast, is right there. And we're just out here, and you can't even tell.
Well, the fog denied us being able to film any fishing, but we at least had to get the kayak in the water. So Bobby is out there at least, testing it out, getting us offshore.
We gave it our best effort, but here on the Pacific Northwest, we're always dealing with the weather, and today was exceptionally foggy offshore in the morning, so we headed out into the pea soup. As we headed offshore, we realized that the weather wasn't going to be conducive to good photography. It was quite foggy offshore. We had to pivot a little bit and move inland. Luckily, we were able to get some clear blue sky and a couple scenic pictures here on the Siuslaw River here in Florence, Oregon.
Well, we got fogged out trying to go offshore earlier, which was a total bummer. I was really looking forward to some of the views and possibly catching a salmon, but that's fishing. We've moved on now to the other side of the river, to a lake. And apparently they stock some pretty good trout in here, and there's some big bass. So either way, I get to start fishing, so I'm happy. So we'll see what we can get into over here. End of day one. Hopefully I can catch fish. Bam.
Monster largemouth.
Oregon largemouth right there. Hey-o! Describe the thrill of catching that bass.
Oh, it's short-lived.
Well, guys, I think that's a wrap for day one here in Florence, Oregon. And while there is no doubting the absolute beauty of this place, it was not beautiful fishing. We got fogged out on our offshore trip, mother shipping with the boat. We had a lot of boat traffic and no luck fishing in the river. We came back out this afternoon, tried this beautiful lake, quintessential Pacific Northwest. Other than Brandon catching the most massive bass I've ever seen, it was no luck today fishing. So we still got all day tomorrow. I think we're going to have a visitor arrive in the evening to join us. And so tomorrow will be another day of exploring the coast. And hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll actually catch some fish. Day two here in Florence, Oregon, and we're back in the fog. We got a break yesterday evening from the fog, but unfortunately we still didn't really catch any fish. Brandon got a monster bass, but other than that, we have not yet caught any fish here in Oregon. So we're gonna make a run down at the Oregon coast here south today to Coos Bay and put the kayaks in and try to go after some rockfish. So gonna chase a different species today, see if we can get some luck. And we've got Dan from Headwaters who joined us last night. So we're gonna load up in, I think we got a Lure 13.5, a Moken 12.5 V2, and I'll be in the Big Fish 103, my preferred camera boat, and take some kayaks offshore and get some fish.
What's up, everybody? Dan from Headwaters Kayak. Met up with the guys here from Feelfree, Breen Marine, and we're up here on the Oregon coast. We made it to Coos Bay. We're gonna go out there, try to catch some rockfish and just explore the cove a little bit. Super excited to be up here and out of the smoke, out of the hot, and have a long sleeve on for once.
Well, I grabbed some squid for bait, so I'm cutting it up into chunks so we can use little chunks. We're gonna set up dropper loops on our rod, so we'll have a torpedo lead at the bottom of our line and 2 hooks up above it, and we'll hook a chunk of squid on each hook, send it down to the bottom, give it a crank up, get off the bottom a little so we don't snag the rocks, and wait for a bite. Personally, I'd like to catch a lingcod or a cabezon, but there are going to be tons of different types of rockfish out here.
What you doing, Dan?
Getting ready. Stoke level is so high. I can't even tell you, man.
You look a little giddy.
Yeah, well, it's been 105 at my place for the past, I don't know, 2 months. Out here on the coast, it's like, what, probably in the 50s. It's clear, seas are calm. Hopefully the fish are biting. It's good
It's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, it's good living.
We made it to Coos Bay area. The sun is out. They're loading up my chariot. All is well in the world. We're hoping that we'll be able to get some rockfish out here, and the conditions are looking good, so I'm optimistic. I'm never too confident about catching fish, but the scene is right, the stage is set, and try to get some fishing in.
We had a few hours where it was just ideal conditions. We were able to get in close to the wash rocks, but unfortunately the fish just weren't cooperating with us. And then as we were sitting out there, we were kind of facing out to sea, and behind us you just saw it sneak in. It just like came right behind us, and you started looking around and like, dude, it got foggy quick, and the seas were starting to build. Like, we need to go. I mean, thankfully we weren't too far outside. We were just right kind of on the edge of the reef and on the edge of the mouth. It's getting a little spooky out here. Fog rolled in. You can see a big break off to our left, but it's really hard to know where you're at, even though we were right outside the cove. So, if need be, I've got my GPS. Can always follow that in. But the waves are definitely building. It's crazy.
Dan and I got offshore. Colby was behind us taking pictures. He started to get a little queasy out there, so he headed back in. Dan and I continued to paddle north a little ways towards Baltimore Rock. We stopped and kind of fished the reef around there. we looked at the fog. It was way off shore, and so we were kind of looking at the reef fishing, and within a matter of minutes that fog snuck in behind us, and it was thick. It got a little scary, you know. We weren't exactly sure where the opening to the bay was, but we just took our time heading back south towards the opening, made it inside, no problems, and made it back to the beach, and it was just thick. I'm glad we made it and there was no issues.
Well, we got one more stop here. We got fogged out in Coos Bay. Not before we got some good footage, but still no fish. So we got one more stop here at Lake Takanish. I'm probably killing that name, but beautiful lake out here. Really, in my mind, what I think of Oregon. Really wish I had some bass lures, as it really looks like maybe a good bass fishing lake. So, but we're gonna get out here, get some more pictures. Really beautiful stuff. We got like cabins on the water here, big trees, and of course the theme of this video so far, fog settling in. So last stop on our Tour de Oregon coast, and let's see if we can get some cool shots.
So unfortunately the fog sort of closed out our day early, so we went and got some fish and chips, and then we came out here to this really cool little lake off the main 101. We saw this cabin when we were rolling in, and I was like, we gotta go paddle out there. We gotta go check that out. It's just such different scenery than anything I'm used to. So dense, so dank, so misty, like mossy. It's just kind of a place you want to hang out outside all day.
Yeah, so the last couple of days we've done a lot of kayaking. That first day was pretty awesome to start off in the ocean, get into the river, spend some time in the river, and then go over to a lake. So to hit 3 bodies of water like that one day was pretty cool to me. Today's pretty cool too. I got to launch from the beach and actually get off of the coast there and fish for rockfish for a little bit. That was pretty cool.